What's poppin'? It's your boy Big Rich, Queens, New York City, where we get busy. Thursday afternoon business, 66 degrees. My shape up is impeccable, and I just threw some OG18 in the air to bless the atmosphere on this beautiful day. Ladies and gentlemen, come on in, wipe your feet on the rug, and blow some smoke in the air. It's time for some business. Mob Story, Season 3. This story is coming out of thegangsterreport.com by the world-famous Scott Bernstein. Salute to you, sir. Let's get right into it. Boston mob murder solved. DNA link slain Patriarca hitman as Doer in 91 Howard Ferrini hit. A cold case squad in suburban Boston has identified mob associate Howard Chinky Ferrini's killer. The problem is, he was murdered too. The killer's murder is also getting a fresh look from authorities in recent years. And so it goes in the brutal New England mafia known locally as the Patriarca crime family. The 53-year-old Ferrini was bludgeoned and asphyxiated to death in the early 1990s amidst rising tensions and an ongoing power struggle being engaged in by warring factions of the Patriarca clans. At the time, then boss Francis Cadillac Frank Salemi was fighting a group of rogues from East Boston, exacting revenge for an assassination attempt aimed at him carried out in the parking lot of Saugus, Massachusetts International House of Pancakes, IHOP, baby, in July of 1989. Salemi's 5-year tear of bloodshed resulted in at least half a dozen gangland slayings and retribution executions. The district attorney's office in Bristol County, Massachusetts, reopened the Ferrini case last year. State police lab techs matched DNA from infamous slain Irish mob enforcer Kevin Hannaran to the crime scene. Chinky Ferrini disappeared on his way to the Rainham dog track on August 16, 1991. A week later, on August 21st, Boston police found Ferrini's decomposing body in the trunk of a light blue-colored Cadillac in the long-term parking section of Logan International Airport. His head had been crushed by a hammer and was covered by a blue plastic bag. He had $6,000 in cash on him when police discovered the body. Police found Hannaran's DNA on the plastic bag. The feisty Irish strong-arm can't be charged in the homicide because he was killed gangland style shortly thereafter. Investigators believe Hannaran and another person beat, stomped, and choked Ferrini to death inside his brand new Berkeley, Massachusetts home and then put him in the trunk of his own car and drove it to the airport. While Hannaran might be long gone from this earth and unable to be arrested for the brutal mob hit, Bristol County officials, state police, and FBI investigators feel the second perp may very still be alive today. A bookie and professional gambler from the melting pot town of Fall River, Ferrini was aligned against Cadillac Frank Salemi's regime, siding with North End capo Vinny the Animal Ferrara, who was in prison at the time of Ferrini's murder in the Beantown Mob War. Ferrara's North End crew joined forces with an East Boston contingent to oppose Salemi's reign. Ferrini was close to Salemi's Fall River crew boss, Timmy the Bat Mello, an independent rackets chief Cadillac Frank befriended in prison, but sided with the renegades in the North End and East Boston when war erupted, according to FBI records. Salemi became a government informant in 1999. A disgracia! He was ripped out of the Witness Protection Program and convicted of a 1993 cold case murder 3 years ago, the slaying of nightclub owner Stephen DeSaro in Salemi's Sharon, Massachusetts residence. The 88-year-old Cadillac Frank is serving life in prison, still refusing to admit responsibility for the gangland homicides that occurred on his watch in the 1990s. Hanrahan, 39, was allegedly murdered on Salemi's order in September 1992 in Providence, gunned down outside the Arch Steakhouse in Federal Hill by a pair of masked gunmen after leaving a dinner with mobsters. Salemi believed Hanrahan was plotting to murder him and caught him in extorting protected bookmakers in Massachusetts' South Coast. When he died, Hanrahan was a suspect in multiple Patriarca crime family connected murders. A federal grand jury in Providence had been convened since 2017, hearing testimony in the Hanrahan case, per sources in New England law enforcement and people called to testify in the proceedings. Two sources directly involved in the current investigation into the Ferrini case says authorities are exploring the possibility that one of the shooters in the Hanrahan hit could have been Hanrahan's accomplice in completing the Ferrini murder contract. First of all, we got to salute Scott Bernstein for the great article. And this is the life. If you choose the life, sometimes you may find yourself end up in the trunk of a blue Cadillac. It's the rules of engagement. That's all I can tell you. So salute the Gangsters Report, Mob Story, Season 3. Like, comment, and share. Let me know what you're smoking on, and we will talk soon. Salute.